This video segment will teach us how to use our Outlook calendar. You'll find as you're going through cyber school that the Outlook calendar could be a really useful tool to help you stay organized. The Outlook calendar can help you remember when your virtual classes are, when assignments are due, even doctor's appointments or your best friend's birthday. Just think, you can enter the times of all your virtual live classes and have a reminder pop up 15 minutes before the class starts. So wouldn't that be great? 15 minutes before your live math class, you can get a pop-up reminder right on your computer screen. So where in the world is this wonderful calendar? Where can we find it? Okay, let me walk you through where to find the calendar. To find the calendar, we need to log on to your student email. So to do that, the first thing you want to do is log on to Moodle and get to the Achievement House Cyber Charter School home page of Moodle. That's what's pictured on the screen here. I'll walk you through this process here, and then in the second video lesson, we'll review how to do this again. So click on Student Email. After you click on Student Email, you'll have to sign on to your email with your email address and password. And what we're doing here is logging on to Office 365. This is a Microsoft Office product. Once you've opened up your email, on the left-hand side are all the emails you've received. So remember, this is a reminder here to check your email every day. Your teachers email you lots of important information, so you want to make sure you keep up and keep that mailbox empty by checking it every day. So after you check your email, let's look for the calendar. Across the top of the screen there is a tab for calendar. You click on calendar and it opens up your calendar. I like to look at my calendar in this month view. It gives me a good picture of my whole month and what I have to do. But you can also change this to look at it 1 week at a time or even 1 day at a time if that's how you prefer to look at your calendar. So on the right hand side of the screen there are some tabs for day, work week, week, or month, a different view of the calendar. Work week means you'll just see Monday to Friday, and if you choose the week view, you'll see Sunday through Saturday, the whole week. But again, we're looking at the whole month right here because that's how I like to do it. What I'd like to do is add an event on December 19th. So let's say if on every Friday morning I have biology class. Well, I can put an event on my calendar for every Friday to remind me to go to live biology class. So let me show you how to do that. If you double click on Friday, December 19th, it'll open up a window where I can add my event. So at the top, my event would be biology. We don't necessarily need a location or attendees. The location is in the cyber classroom, right? So our event is biology. We're going to set the time. So let's say we have biology at 9 a.m. every Friday and it lasts an hour. So my start time is 9 a.m. My duration is an hour. That's how long my class is. I can set a reminder. So 15 minutes prior to the class, a reminder will pop up, and we'll talk more about that later. And I can also repeat this event. I can say I want it to pop up every Friday at 9 a.m. between December 19th and the end of the school year, which would be in June. So I set my repeat. After I do that, the last thing I want to show you here is I can also set this with a color. So on my calendar, all my biology classes could be the same color, or all my live classes could be the same color. You can decide how you want to color code your calendar. But for this example, I'm going to make biology yellow. So I'm going to click on those 3 dots and a categorize menu would appear. When I click on that, I get to pick my color. It's really simple. After I do that, make sure you save. If you want to save this event so it shows up on your calendar now and it shows up every Friday after at 9 o'clock. So this is what my new event looks like. So I already had math class on my calendar for Mondays at 11 a.m. Now I've added biology. Every Friday at 9 a.m. I now have a calendar event for my biology live class. And remember, I set a reminder. So this will remind me 15 minutes prior to that class. So those are pop-up reminders, and this is what it looks like. This is an example for the math class. The math class reminder will pop up and it will tell me, in 4 minutes I've got math class. So it'll be impossible to forget those live classes now that you've got the pop-up reminders on your calendar. What's important to remember about these pop-up reminders, and you should take notes on this fact because this is really important, you have to keep Outlook open. Your email Outlook needs to be open so that the pop-up reminder will work. If you don't open your email, the pop-up reminders from the calendar won't appear on your screen. So remember to open Outlook every morning to receive these automatic reminders about your appointments. If you set these appointments but don't open your email every morning, the pop-up reminders are useless because you won't see them on your screen. So before you can go to your calendar and set all your live class times like I just did for biology, you have to know when your live class times are. So how can you find that? If you go to the Achievement House Moodle homepage, when you log on to Moodle and you scroll down past the announcements, you'll see all of your classes. So here I've got biology class, Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 a.m., physical science, Mondays and Wednesdays, 10 a.m., honors civics, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 p.m. So this was just a sample we have for Johnny Appleseed, but yours will look like this. You'll have one line for each subject and it'll tell you when those live classes are. So you'd look at your Moodle homepage, then go to your Outlook calendar to set up those live class reminders. And this is what the final product could look like. I've got all of my classes slotted in. I've got some help sessions. I've got an English help session. I've got my karate class, the Steelers versus the Eagles, you can't forget that. And my mom's birthday is Sunday the 8th. So those are the reminders I've got set up on this sample calendar. So let's just review before you go. Calendar makes it so easy to repeat appointments. So instead of putting biology in every Friday at 9 a.m., I was able to just put it once and set repeats. I'll leave my Outlook running all day so I can get my pop-up reminders. I'll open Outlook every day while I'm working so I can get my emails. And I hope when we're done here that you can go and schedule all these appointments and classes on your own calendar. What I'd like you to do now is just scroll down when this video's over. There's a couple of questions there, and then we'll move on to the next video segment.